to customers. Current rate is $13.50.
That's correct.
So if you were to move it up $1, your revenue generated every year would be $28,584. Is that correct?
That is correct. I worked with Fonda a little bit on working with these. I spoke with her today on them. This is in place. We did the rate study that Mr. Heimer attached to the information that he gave y'all. We have looked at these before as to the prices and the rates that cities and counties around our area are charging currently. The rate study, the impact fee that they're talking about would also come back and give you the backing for the fact that we don't need to raise rates just because everybody else is higher than us, but we're raising rates because there are projects that we need to fund to be able to improve our water and sewer system. And that's what the rate increase should be going towards. It's not necessarily to be even with anybody that's around us, but to be able to fund our processes. The rate study that we did and the information that we compiled was simply to show that we are not extremely higher than any of our other counties. We're not taking advantage of our citizens. We want to keep it as low as possible, but we also need to keep the maintenance on our equipment up and running.
Did Larry leave?
No, I'm sorry.
Larry, can I ask you a question on the sewage? Could you separate that, segregate it as far as cost is concerned, or would that be a nice issue? For instance, we're right now we have the proposed rate, the current rate, the same for both. If we decided, say for instance, not to raise the sewage rate on the residential side but more on the commercial side, would that be an issue?
No, I think that's your prerogative to do that, however you want to do that. I would just say, my recommendation earlier was just simply to get the rate and study done and the audit done, just to see what your numbers are.
And vice versa on the water.
Yes, it can be ordered.
That is correct. We do have the option of raising only the commercial water, only the commercial sewer, doing both, or doing residential and commercial. The system does break them down within the system, and so we do have the ability to do that.
Well, you know, I put this on the board, and I'll tell you this, that it's pretty obvious that some maintenance will be needed in future, for the future of Floresville, at least, being that it be for residents or commercial or new business or whatever it might be, new builders. So everyone will actually benefit from such an increase if it's done. Now, I will say this, knowing the information that I know today, and I think that's why I asked Larry Heimer, our city attorney, and some of the councilmen here and speaking to people, is that we get all the facts and everything we need before we go on with this. I think it's not only fair to the council here, but to the more of the citizens. So I will say this, I'm going to probably table this. I'm going to ask to table this till we get some more information based on the study that we're going to do. I think that's only fair for everyone at this point in time. But there is a need for it, and I think we need to look at the other side of that aspect. So I will ask that we table this if it's okay with the mayor.
Sure. The motion to table, is there a second?
A second.
Motion by Gola, second by Guerrero to table. The item 3G, those in favor? Regarding ordinance 269, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries 5-0. On number 4, these are updates. Update on Floresville City Cemetery. Mr. Russell, who's our president of the Cemetery Association.
Where are you going?
Come back here.
You know, I attended the large Presbyterian church in Austin up there. Been down there 2 years, 20 years and all. But anyway, we developed a plan called EPP. And what that was prayer, which I shrunk big time, no rain, and patience, I don't know what was that, and persistence. Now this, 1 out of 3 is not too bad.